What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark, of which I have really no idea what our next objective is. I think that it would probably be, oh, look at that, they patched stuff. She no longer has boobies. Huh. That's interesting. I'm not sure if they patched the game, but they gave it, like, paper colors now. Ooh, paper color. I know they released the trailer for the first story mode teaser or whatever it is like that, which makes me assume that they're getting ready to drop it pretty soon. Drop it like it's hot. You know, I like to hold on to things that are hot, but only when it's like freezing outside, like a hot cup of coffee or something. When it's like 10 degrees outside and you gotta wait in line for Star Wars like I'm gonna be doing tonight, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Anyways, I like holding on to hot things. I don't drop them if I can help it unless it's hot beats. And then we just go and we drop them hard. We drop them real hard. The only things we haven't really done in this playthrough, we haven't, oh, I'm parched. Hold on a second. I'm parched. She's parched mint. What are you gonna do? Perfecto. Oh, look at that. There's all kinds of stuff in my inventory. Okay, well, maybe I should not walk around with this kind of stuff. The only thing we really haven't done yet is there's like a bridge over there, and I'm sort of interested in where it might go, so I may cross over and just see if there's anything out there. This map doesn't seem to have a whole lot on the periphery. It just seems to mostly focus around the road, and so all things considered, I think we've just about tapped this one out, which only leaves us with like one map left. We've gotten a lot of episodes in on this series, but I can't help but feel like maybe we're running out of content. We got like one map left, and we centralized all the stuff on every other map. So, what did I drop over here? I put in like everything on Earth. Good lord. Okay, so since apparently I decided I wasn't going to sort anything, I was just going to leave everything everywhere. God, that is unfortunate. Look at this, it's starting to turn into my real life room. There's just clothes everywhere. Clothes on the floor. Hooray, that is where they go when I am nude. On the floor, never anywhere. There's a whetstone? What? What does a whetstone do? I mean, aside from stay dry. Hold on a second. We've got a, oh, I've got coal in my pack too. Wait, I thought I ditched all this stuff already. Interesting. You know, I could swear after I recorded the last episode, I dumped all this stuff, and I was like, I drop it all on the ground. And it was super fun. What else could you have fun doing in this game aside from dropping things on the ground, stealing loot from dead people's houses? I mean, shooting wolves is pretty fun. Blasting bears and then running for your life. Actually, there's a lot of fun things to do in this game. I'm just messing around. It's one of those weird days where I got nothing. I got nothing right now. Legitimately, I have, what the hell? I have nothing right now. So what does this do? A whetstone used to sharpen blades. Does it, like, raise the quality? Sharpen improvement 2%. Huh. I don't remember there being, like, a patch note or anything like that. So, I'm assuming it makes the knife more effective, maybe? What did that do to the whetstone? So you can get 20 out, which means you can get like 40% sharpness out of one. Okay, out of one whetstone. I almost called it a warpstone for a second. That's sort of an interesting thing to think about. We'll have to play. I bet it makes it more efficient. But anyways, I don't think they patched. I didn't see any patch notes. I saw the thing that they put up on Steam that said they released a new trailer, but I didn't think that they patched. So maybe there is stuff going on right now. Maybe there is stuff going on. Things have changed, and when things change in the middle of a series, it tends to make me slightly terrified. I don't deal with change very well. I'm not a changey person. That'll hopefully get rid of one of our little, yeah, I got rid of one of them. Perfect. I was trying to get one of our little jars of lantern fuel before we go any further on into the game. The pry bar is looking a little bit busted. I don't think we're going to need it, but we'll keep, so how long? 4 hours of daylight left. That should be enough to do something. Let's walk on over here. I'm going to walk the fence one more time, just like I've done in my younger years. I walked the fence just like a mensch. It was so great, it made me tense. But what tense was it? Was it past tense, or was it present tense? I get present tense on my birthday. See, from there I could go with a camping joke. Or I could just go with an anxiety joke. And I can't decide which humor is better. I'm thinking anxiety is probably more relatable since most people I know dwell in a constant state of anxiety. But the camping joke might work too, and then I can get all those sweet camping YouTube monies, right? Oh god, I saw a guild name that. I was playing Albion Online the other day. There's a guild on there called YouTube Monies, which made me laugh. That bear is still dithering. It's a little upsetting. I'm trying to get mauled right now, but there aren't a lot of options. Actually, I could do it this way maybe. No, a shot's too long. I was going to try and shoot him from the top of the hillside right there and then run into the mine. But I got to get this bear to leave, otherwise we'll never be able to cross the bridge and find out what treasures await. I suppose we could go down, around, and under. Yeah, let's go down under. How about that? I go to the land down under. Something, something, something. Cedar firewood. Okay, sounds good. What is this over here? Oh, it's a locker that just like floated downstream. Is it still locked? It is not. Hopefully full to the brim with goodies. Yay, we got another toque. Just what I always desire. There's a dead guy over there. I can tell for sure that there's a dead guy off in this direction. Note the crows flying around. We have California condors here. They chill in the tree behind my house. Like thousands of them, for real. It'd be kind of creepy if I hadn't grown up around them. They're everywhere. It's a big bird, though. It's a pretty large bird. Bigger than a turkey. It is a grandiose, they're threatening looking too. They are not a pretty bird. They look like somebody lit their head on fire and it was made out of wax and then it just like melted all over the place. Kind of a goopy ass bird, but something's got to eat the trash. And society appears to be providing it with plenty of meals, so I guess that'll work. Oh, there's a dead deer over here. Did they change the deer graphic? Huh, look at that. The deer look nicer now. They used to look like dicks before. Now they look amazing. Oh, I suppose I could take some of this. The harvesting still looks the same to me, though. Then again, we only got like a 2% increase, so... I'll leave it for right now. The ones that are on the ground, I think they stay kind of permanent. That's cool if they updated the graphics, though. I wonder if the bear looks any different now, too. I mean, the only time I got to investigate a bear up close is when he was busy mauling me. And so on for all the bridge is out. Okay. Well, I guess we aren't going this direction at all. What would be perfect is if right around the time that I ended this series, they then dropped the story mode so that we could go straight into it. That would be the most perfectual way for them to do it. And it would be filled with truthiness, and it would make me happy. I have 4 hours left. I was trying to make sure. I may try to sharpen the shit out of my knife before we go to bed. Nothing gets somebody all nice and ready for a nap like sharpening a knife. New location discovered. Broken bridge. Do we have a map or something now? I have explored 54% of the world so far. Huh. No, I did nothing all of these. This is looking remarkably like my social schedule. That's unfortunate. Here is a pretty long note that should span across multiple lines. Oh, I can like modify it? Huh, fart. Day 19, fart. Off we... I use that for all of my save game names too. There's actually a logical reason. It's not just because I'm immature. That's a big piece of it. But it's because when I click on the save game slot, it allows me to keep my hand on the mouse key and I can type fart with one hand. I mean, I could type ass with one hand too. I could also type wort with one hand, or quirt, or, you know, frat, or fret. There are a lot of things that I could type with one hand. It's just that fart works best. Fart always works best. And there's no craftily hidden caves over here. So I'm guessing... Oh, yes, there it is right there. Never mind. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Now we must go into the great throat. Oh, it's just another exploratory cave? Alright, we can't stay long. We can go in the cave, but we can't stay. I hope there's not any brusque bears in here. If there are bears, I hope they're friendly like the Berenstein bears. Who were the most Hebrew of bears I read about when I was a kid. Well, there was dead people in here. This would be a really, really dirty time for them to add like mountain lions or something that I don't know about. Considering this is the first time I've played since apparently there was an art patch or something. I don't know, the game looks shinier. It's also running a bit better. Like, I feel like when I move my character's head around... Yeah, there's a dead thing in here. This would be the time where the xenomorphs come out. Like, you would start to hear, like, that violin noise where it's like... I can't do a good impression of it, but you know what I mean. Oh, we found a raw rabbit. That rabbit's ready to get raw. on Monday night. A stick over here. Anybody want a treasure branch? Treasure branches, anybody? No treasure branches? Fine then. I didn't want to take the treasure branch anyways. Some raw venison, which has been filleted from the corpse, making our lives a little bit easier. This is apparently some large animal's refrigerator. I'm going to reiterate that I don't like this. Caves creep me out. I don't think good things when I go into caves. My mind travels to odd places. Caves tend to be far too sheltering. It means that other things are going to be around because they want shelter too. Contrary to popular belief, animals enjoy being warm too. 2 hours of daylight left. Alright, well, we got a walk in front of us, but so long as there isn't a blizzard or anything ridiculous like that trying to sell us Hearthstone packs, I think we'll be alright. I got into Hearthstone for like 2 months and started watching Trump and like all that kind of stuff. Like, I got really, really into it, and then I spent a stupid amount of money on card packs because my decks kept running into like brick walls where there needed to be like some random card that I needed for the build. And then so you would gamble. They need to make it so you can trade cards in that game. Can you trade cards yet? If you can trade cards, then I'd be all down, because no card in that game is useless. I mean, well, some of them are, but they're all useful in certain situations. But yeah, I got really into it, and then I spent a stupid amount of money on card packs. And then promptly thereafter, I don't know what happened. I think I just kind of stopped playing. It was odd, because I went from playing like all day, every day, to not playing at all. And it was overnight. Like, one day I was like, I don't want to do that anymore, and I just didn't. I like TCGs. I try to stay away from them, though, because I spend too much money whenever I play them. When I was younger, I played Magic the Gathering until a girl I was trying to get with stole all my cards. She didn't, like, steal them. She had my cards, and then she moved away, and I think she just kind of forgot that she had them, or... I think somebody stole them from her or something like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, like her car got broken into or something like that. I don't remember. Either way, she was super cute, and I was trying to date her. And so she was like, I want to learn to play Magic. And I was like, take my things, because I was young and impressionable. Nowadays, I'd be like, girl, you ain't special. You don't get my cards. Some things are precious. I have a Volrath the Fallen in there. You're a hater. I have that, and I have... God, what was that other card that I had? It was Volrath second in command. He was actually better than Volrath himself, though. The Volrath card was pretty decent, but he had like a general guy, and his card was like the shit. It was like Girath the something, rather. I can't remember exactly what his name is, but he was dope. It was a sick-ass card. Aaron the Unrelenting, all that kind of stuff. Man, I had white border cards and everything with the big print. It was bad. I started playing Magic really, really young, and so I had the old cards, like the ones with the white borders and the big-ass letters. And why is there just a random soda? You think that would explode once it gets too cold? I have tested this one. I put a soda in my freezer and forgot about it. I wanted it to get cold really, really fast, and then I forgot about it, and it blew up in my fridge. Went boonk. Although it's kind of like a quiet explosion. Kind of like Quiet Riot. Very, very similar. Just the soda version of that. Well, now what do we do? I mean, we've used up all the landmass. It says we've only explored 50% of the map, but... I don't know. I feel like I've just about... I guess we could walk back that direction. We found a whetstone, which is pretty dope shiggity. I should probably canvas this area one more time for more whetstones. Now that I've got everything centralized, were whetstones in the game before? Did they just add that? Is that a new thing? Because I've seen those things sitting on shelves before, but before they were non-interactable. Now you can interact with them, and I moused over the other one on accident after normally just kind of ignoring them. Make sure I got everything from here real fast. I still got a bedroll, which I will probably take with me when we go for our hike out into the wilderness. Try not to fall through the floor over here. Did I miss any whetstones? No. Well, I'm still going to take a look because this place has a huge pile of tools. And if there are any remaining, I want them to be mine. I thought the red button might be loot for a second. Don't worry. Oh, there's some cloth back there. It's a good thing that that resource is not necessarily that rare and or useful. Otherwise, I'd be all over it. We got a fire barrel with some... Why did I leave that wood back here? Must have left it back here for some reason, but I can't recall what it was. There's got to be a whetstone in here somewhere. If there's not a whetstone in here, I will be ridiculously surprised. Oh, look at that. There's some mittens down there. Okay. I don't really want any mittens, but there are some, just in case you're in mittenish moods. I think I'll probably fire barrel it up and stay in here overnight. I gotta burn some wood anyway, so who cares? I'll just take the bedroll upstairs. Let me go ahead and grab that. I may try to melt off some water too before we start traveling again. I don't know if I should backpedal or what I should do now. I think I'm gonna have to because it seems like this zone dead ends out and doesn't really go anywhere. It kind of hits a wall. So I think this is probably the last place. They may repair that bridge or something when they get to the next gameplay build or something like that, or the one after that. I'm not really even sure what they're working on anymore. I know the story mode is one of the big things that people want, because sandbox survival can remain entertaining for only so long. Sooner or later, you need a little bit of narrative to drive you around and force you into horrible places. There we go. Fire barrel. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get lit for me. Yep, I know. I see the look of surprise on your face. I see that eyebrow raising. Get lit. It's fine. I'll stand right here. I won't even bother you. I missed that band. Lit. That was a good band. They only had like one album, though. I mean, they may have had like two. But the one that I remember is just the lady in the pool that's on the little pool floaty thing. And it had My Own Worst Enemy on it, which was really the only major single they ever did. Alright. Add you. The fur firewood. Yeah, whatever. Just burn it. Burn it all. Set it aflame. And now that we got 1 hour of daylight left, we'll cook the rest of this up. I'll probably boil off some water real fast. And then we'll find other ways to occupy ourselves. Other shenanigans to get into. Although, spoiler alert, it's mostly just me walking around and talking about nothing. We don't need to heat up the tomato soup. The tomato soup. They say tomato. He says tomato. I say tomato. Alright. And we'll boil off that 5. Perfecto! That leaves us with 3 hours of heat left. Although the barrel, if the fire, as the fire builds like ashes and things, charcoal and coals should fall to the bottom, and it should create like a aura of warmth around it, which would be pretty sweet. I'm gonna lay out this bedroll real fast because we're gonna be sleeping down here tonight. And then let me fulfill all of my needs very, very quickly. All of them. Look away. It's time for my private time. We'll drink the water. Eat the rabbit. And our caloric count's looking okay. I'm not upset by it. I think it's workable. Oh, look at that. We've got a candy bar, though. Candy bars. I will eat them. I like candy. Also, those donut sticks. Those Hostess donut sticks are hella good, too. I will take any of those, especially if you take the donut sticks and you dip it in, like, hot chocolate or something like that. I've seen some people that dip them in their coffee or whatever. I guess that works if you like coffee. I don't like coffee, so dipping anything in coffee seems like just converting it from an otherwise tasty, useful object into something that I'm going to hate a lot. I'm going to strongly dislike. However, I'm going to drink some of my sodas too because I don't think we have much of a choice right now. I'm carrying around a lot of water, but it should diminish as we walk around. Over the next couple of days, it is very likely we'll drink quite a few liters of that shit, so it'll be okay. How's my food looking? I am peckish right now. Huh. Cut that one close. That's fine, though. Bedroll, you're coming with me. We are leaving. We are leaving right now. Nothing can keep us here. Not even bear traps. I will gnaw my own leg off like a raccoon to escape. Alright, well, after expunging the usefulness, or I guess expanding upon and then using up the usefulness of this place, I guess it's time we fall back and go somewhere else, right? How cold is it? Cold enough, but not that cold. It'll warm up throughout the day. I see no reason to carry around a whole bunch of stuff with me, so I'm going to go dump stuff inside of here. The cave structure, I don't think actually led anywhere. I think the caves, by and large, I don't know. It seemed like the caves just took us to other caves, and I'm okay with that for right now. But we need to find another way to get to Mystery Valley or something, because it says that I haven't explored the entire map, and that insults me, sir. That insults me. I am an avid explorer, and I feel like I've done a very, very good job at exploring. I don't think like I've dropped the ball at all. That's 100%? Wow, I don't think I've ever seen like 100% can of tomato soup. It was manufactured like 8 seconds ago. Look, behold, the manufactured soup. I think we're probably good over here. I mean, we're a little bit overweight, but it's not so overweight to where I would worry about it. It'll fall down a little bit as we drink water and move along. I'm going to leave all the fire supplies here. I've got accelerant. It might be smart. Oh, yeah. I was waiting on these to cure so I could make a bow. Sigh. Alright, we'll wait another day. It'll be okay. I'll wait for all that stuff to cure so that I can make arrows, and then after I make the arrows, I can make the bow. It seems like we're going to be sitting around for a little bit. So, if this one's done after 8 hours of whatever, oh, it's only half cured. That's disappointing. I prefer to be whole cured if I can help it. Yeah, we're going to be using up some of these supplies. We are going to be using up some of these supplies. Alright, it's fine. Not a big deal. We'll go another 8 maybe. How hungry am I? Hungry enough, but not that hungry. Alright, off we go. Waiting for stuff to cure. I want to make a bow, and I want to make some arrows and stuff like that so that we can I just want to shoot them at things and see kind of what happens when you do that. Now, we're hungry. But not that hungry, actually. Not as hungry as I expected to be after like 20 hours of sleeping. I wake up ravenous in the morning. I wake up incredibly hungry in the morning. But that's because I usually restrict myself after dinner. I try not to snack after dinner, but before bed keeps me awake. I don't know. Everything keeps me awake. I don't even need the food. I just don't sleep. Don't sleep ever. Hooray, a cured maple sapling. And some cured gut. Those are 75% cured. I don't know how much gut I'm going to need, but we may need to find another dog and shoot him. Because if we're going through more gut than I have, unfortunately, that's going to cause problems. Still, let's go to the workbench in here. And once we're all workbenched out, I'll worry about my hunting needs in just a minute. For right now, what I really need to do, we got so many matches that I'm just going to light a match to keep myself illuminated here. I don't want to waste any of my lantern fuel while I'm crafting. I have this tendency to not turn off my lantern when I start crafting, and then it sucks. So, what can I do here? A survival bow. A simple improvised bow suitable for hunting small game. Yeah, go for it. I was wondering if that was going to use it. You know, planing a bow and, like... Actually, it takes a long time. Like, you've got to prepare the wood. Oh, it takes 4.5 hours? Oh. Well, I've got time. Go for it. I'm not doing it. Oh, balls. Apparently, I'm dehydrated from working on a bow. That'll be okay. I'll fix it in just a minute. We're not going to die. Dear Diary, today I got really, really thirsty because the person controlling me forgot to give me my water. I am nothing more than a hamster in his crazy divine machinations. And so now I've got a bow, but I've got no arrows. That's disappointing. Let's go outside so we can see what this looks like. We just spent an entire day, but yeah, it's actually like a weeks-long process if you want to make a really, really nice bow, because you got to oil the wood every day, and then you got to like flex it and do a bunch of other stuff. I looked into it for a while. I looked into it. That's why my Google history says flexible wood. That's what I was looking for, I swear. Oh, look at that. The little grasses move now. Did they do that before? I don't know if they did. We're in a blizzard right now, but it seems to me... Oh, there we go. It's because I was inside shelter. Gotcha. Well, we can either wait out these sticks over here. I mean, we got so many of them that I don't want to leave the zone this time without arrows and a bow. It seems like a waste. So I've got a gun, I've got a bow. I have no idea how to aim the bow. Those are 80% cured. So they'll probably last. We're ravenous right now. That's unfortunate. Well then, we went through calories a little bit more rapidly than I expected. Gonna have to go outside and shoot something. It's the only way, Kyle. It's the only way. I don't see anything in here. I don't know. Our food supply is going to be a little bit weird. How tired are we? Not that tired. I could go back out and see if I can find something to shoot. Let's go hunt. I'm going to break it off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Hi do, everybody. A hunting we shall go.